I would come on live while it was in action. So I don't know if you guys have gotten a chance to see my feed and the kinds of things that I share on my YouTube channel. But I started off in massage, and it was just something that I always did. And I would, if people were sitting down and I walked past them and they were friendly, you know, I knew them, I would often put my hand on their shoulders, and before I knew it, I'm giving them a massage. And I wouldn't even realize I was doing it until it finally dawned on me that they were like, oh, that feels good. I was like, oh, sorry. They're like, no, I love it. You're so good, you know, and you should do this. You know, is that what you do? I was like, no. And so for a long time, it was something I was like, maybe I should try and figure out, you know, if I could be really good at this and make a money and make a living. So coincidentally, it was the same year that I met my soon-to-be husband, and it's something that I started to consider and want to do. But at the moment, I was working for a really great corporate office, up and coming real estate development company that is just blowing up everywhere now, all throughout Los Angeles. And you know, I was moving up too, and they loved me, and I was giving great work and providing a great atmosphere of positivity and fun. Anyhow, long story, got tangent. I digress, as they say. So what happened was I started to monopolize my job. I started to self-sabotage my job. And of course, I was in the new boyfriend bubble. Anybody there where like you drop a lot of the things in your life, like your friends, your family, or other things that are important to you because you're just so smitten over this person that you found that you met. And if you have a question, hold on. Yes. What is the time you're done something for the first time? When is the last time you done something for the first time? When was the last time I done something for the first time? There's a lot of things that I've done for the first time recently. Thanks for asking the question. Where does it say Matthew? A lot actually recently. So I, for instance, started to take deep breaths and shift quickly when I would get upset, right? My husband would even noticed it, and he said, hey babe, I just want to acknowledge you for I've noticed that you come around quicker, you come around quickly, like I see you working it through, and you even articulate that you need a moment, or you walk away and you come back, and then you're you, and you're great, and it's been amazing. So thank you. So that's new, but that doesn't happen all the time, and it doesn't happen as quickly all the time. But it's definitely a habit that I'm working on creating. And so what happened was that I ended up not working for this corporation anymore. And so that pretty much forced me to pursue the healing arts. And I signed up, and I was loving learning about massage. And I was noticing when we were learning about deep tissue that when people would go deep in certain areas of my body, I would get triggered with a lot of like frustration and anger. Like I wanted to yell and bark at them and go, don't touch me! Ugh, just stop! Like that's how I felt. And it's not until more recently that I realized and understood it's because there's a lot of emotions that get trapped in our bodies that were not processed, acknowledged, that I repressed, that I ignored, or maybe I overdo, you know what I mean? And yeah, and it's interesting, coincidentally, that it was anger that I started recognizing as being my defender to keep my little girl safe all the time. And the louder that she was, And the more mean that she can get, the safer I was. And the faster that she could hurt you, the less likely it is that she'll get hurt by you. And so this was my pattern. This was my vicious cycle. And then I wondered why I felt alone and not connected and without friendships or relationships or family, yada yada. I didn't realize I was self-sabotaging because I wasn't feeling worthy. I didn't feel my own value for all the stories that I told you in the last live that I just did. So for those of you who are just checking in, like the last live, yeah, there was a lot that I shared there about being neutral and judging and having compassion and grace for yourself. But what I want to say here is that I was driving and I got triggered because sometimes it just feels like people are just not paying attention and deciding that they're just going to come over into your lane anyway because they have their blinker on and they want to. And it's like, did you even notice that I'm literally in your blind spot and you're coming into my lane? Like, I should just let you hit me so that you can learn your lesson. But of course, I'm not going to do that. And so what I do in that moment is that when I find myself getting like road rage almost, I take a deep breath and then I put my hand on my neck because there's the vagus nerve right here, and the vagus nerve wants it's actually the biggest nerve, and it goes all throughout every single organ in your body. And when you can calm that, because this is a really easy place to access it. When you can calm that, it helps to regulate the rest of your bodies. You feel calm. Sometimes I'll even put my thumb behind here because that's another good place that you can access the vagus nerve. And then the rest of my hand here, because right here is where the triple warmer, which is your fight, flight, and freeze response meridian. It ends here, right at the finger, right here. And then, you know, the stomach meridians are here. There's so many meridians that end and start at the face. And neurovasculars also. But just kind of doing this. When I start to feel overwhelmed, maybe there's traffic, maybe I'm feeling like I'm late for work or whatever it is, right? I'm hitting every red light. And it always feels that when I'm in a hurry, I'm getting every red light, right? And that's life saying, slow down, like slow down. If you could just take a breath and be present, you'll see that the lights will open up for you. And so I just do this, and it helps me to be present, and then I focus on the feeling of my hand on my face, and then I just, but I don't close my eyes if I'm driving, but I try to really do this if I'm in a red light, especially in a red light. I take a moment to actually just like close my eyes and take a deep breath and go, it's not about me, it's not about me, it's not about me. I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. And then if I have to, do a thumbs up and a smile, because that really ignites my radiant circuit, which is where joy and happiness resides, and your innermost true essence of who you are. I'm going to take a deep breath as I'm smiling, and I go, and it literally shifts completely, and I'm able to be in my joy again, and I put on a song or in a station or a CD that's going to help get my energy up, and I just focus on the music, and I don't care if somebody else cuts me off. I'm just like, that person is obviously in a hurry and has more issues happening than I care to make it personal. And that's it. Simple, fast, easy, choice. Like, it's all about choice, guys. Simple, easy. It's not easy, but it's easy when you start implementing them, when you really start to see the connection and how you are your worst enemy and how you're seeing your life unfolding before you. If you shift your perspective into a positive growth mindset where you're seeing the abundance, being grateful for the blessings, writing a gratitude journal of those blessings that you have now, you'll start to see the world really unfolding with more abundance for you, because then it knows that when you are full, you're going to want to give it. And that's all it wants. It just wants you to be able to pay it forward. But it wants you to be happy and healthy first. And when I say it's the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, source. We are one consciousness. And that's it. That's all there is. So be kind to yourself always, and then be kind to others, and then keep those energies flowing. Until next time, make sure that you subscribe, hit the like, and you can get more content like this. And if you hit the bell for notifications, you'll know when I'll come on live, and you'll get to maybe get invited on a live for like some coaching if there's something like really getting in the way for you. We'll see what happens. All right, let's go. Let's help me get to 300 subscribers. Let's do this. That way there's more of you who are getting in action and really hearing the truth and not bullshit and candy coating life and saying, oh yeah, I understand that. Yes, I do understand. I have compassion for people who have gone through trauma. I have compassion for people who have gone through grief and loss. I really do. I really do. I have. And when I say things that it's like just make a choice and just do it, because it comes from a place of liberation and freedom, not from a I don't care aloofness and I don't care, just get over it shit. It's not where I'm coming from. My space is coming from being my friends. There's so much peace and love and compassion and freedom on the other side when you give yourself grace, when you can accept and forgive yourself for imprisoning yourself pretty much all these years and holding your light so dim because you were worried about hurting people's feelings or triggering other people, or you're really afraid of being judged and ostracized or forgotten or abandoned. That was me for a long time too. And now I'm like, what people think is not my business. This is more about them than me. I get to just speak my truth, stay in my lane, spread love and compassion, and hope that that is what I inspire and empower you to do, and starting with you. So peace out. But don't peace out on yourself and don't peace out on the world, because love is all we are, and that's all there is that matters. So spread it, lead with it, choose you. Until next time, be well.